I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in my soul. Like a river, like a river, like a river as it flows, as it flows, as it flows, as it flows. So sing with me, opening, opening, opening all the doorways, opening all the doorways, opening. Hey, come forward, guys. Opening more and more ways. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in my soul. Like the ocean, like the ocean, like the ocean, like the ocean when it rolls. How about in the middle? When it rolls. The second row. When it rolls. When it rolls. Opening, opening all the doorways, opening, opening more and more ways. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in my soul. Like a baby, like a baby, like a baby, like a baby always knows the way home, the way home, the way home. So opening, opening, opening all the doorways, opening, opening more and more ways. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in my soul. Like a river, like a river, like a river, like a river as it flows. Like the ocean, like the ocean, like the ocean, like the ocean when it rolls. Like a baby, like a baby, like a baby, like a baby always knows the way home, the way home, the way home, the way home. We are home, 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 we are home. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. This is. I guess I'll name this. I'm not sure how to do this. Would you guys be willing to sit in the second row so I can kind of look at you straight? Yeah. What do you have? Did you want to say something, Gracie? What? Yeah. You go sit with your grandma, and I can see you better over there.
He wants you to sit right here.
Yeah, come sit there.
So he can see you better.
Yeah, I want to be able to look at you. Oh, that's a perfect place right there, and I can see you perfectly. You're right on that side. You don't want me to look at you? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Monica. Okay. So, as soon as Jackie walked up to me, I said, I know your face. Where do I know you from? And yes. You what? Where you going?
I'm leaving. I'm on it.
Okay, bye, buddy.
Soon.
That's okay. So, you what? Okay. So we met at the Light Center in Black Mountain, North Carolina, and right after I was there, I was going back to Texas. I remember I was in a grocery store in Memphis, Tennessee, and this song came to me. And the catchphrase of that Light Center is, "You are light. You are light." And so that was kind of stuck in my head, and I ended up writing a song called "You Are Light" in the grocery store in Memphis, like a day or two after being there. So this is this is on the new CD, oddly enough. So it looks like we're a string of pearls going from here to the back. Would anyone like to come closer?
Well, this gives you the illusion of depth.
No, it doesn't. It gives me the illusion of energy that's all spread out.
How's that?
Well, it's better. Now you've blocked the lady behind you.
Let's give our attention to
Thank
Mr.
you.
Charley.
There we go. Okay, it's getting better. Thank you for participating in my illusion. Okay. Okay, so here's the song called "You Are Light." There's a singing in your heart, and a light that shines in all that you are bringing through. See it glow, let it lead you on your way, and the love you feel within is the love without which you know you would not be you. Watch it grow and remind you you're the way. Sing this. 'Cause you are light, yes you are, and that's the real you. You are light, yes you are, and that's the deepest truth. You are light, and your love is always shining through. You are light. There's a rising in the tide, and it's a rising that will never drop away again, leaving you with the truth of who you are. Let it filter through your mind, cleaning out the darkened thoughts that you were letting in. That wasn't you, and it's time you leave the dark city. 'Cause you are light, yes you are, and that's the real you. You are light, yes you are, and that's the deepest truth. You are light, and your love is always shining through. You are light. There's a singing in your heart, and a light that shines in all that you are bringing through. See it glow, let it lead you on your way, and the love you feel within is the love without which you know you not be you. Watch it grow and remind you you're the way. 'Cause you are light, yes you are, and that's the real you. You are light, yes you are, and that's the deepest truth. You are light, and your love is always shining through. You are light. So I was reading in the text yesterday in the Course in Miracles, and that phrase, "you are light," was in the first sentence of the paragraph. Like I did begin my reading that day. It's like, I forgot that was in the Course too. You are light. Okay. This is one I wrote many years ago. So if you've heard me before, you've probably heard this one. It's called "You're an Angel." And I want us to participate big time in this one. So we're going to learn these words and then have a pop quiz. Are you ready? So the words go: you're an angel, you're a being of light, You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. So you'll pick it up. You're an angel, you're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. So join in. You're an angel, you're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. Okay, if you're not moving your lips yet, now would be a really good time to start. You're an angel, you're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. Think you got it? Close enough? Well, we'll take a stab at it. So we're going to do like we did in church this morning. You're going to stand up, find a partner, look in their eyes, sing it once through, give a big hug, but then you'll do it again and again a few times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if you're an even number. So stand up, find your first partner. Look for the light in the eyes. Look for the angel. You're an angel. You're a being of light. You're an angel. And I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. So give a hug, and find a new partner, find somebody new to sing with. You're an angel, you're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. So give a hug, find somebody new. You're an angel, you're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. Big hug. Find another. You'll be my partner. You be mine. You're an angel. You're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. Find one more partner. You're an angel, you're a being of light. You're an angel, and I know that I'm right. You're an angel, bringing love to everyone, and it's yours to give, and in the giving comes the fun. Because come I wrote that song.
I know you wrote that song. I was wondering where it came from though, and I hadn't heard it in a long time, so I forgot most of it, but we used to have a circle, thing called History Block.
Yeah,
There's Louise Hay, and there's a group out there on the West Coast.
there was a group called Alliance
Yes.
that called me up and got permission to record it.
Yes, yeah.
And then they recorded it and they changed some of the words. It's like,
Did they choose?
I was like, that's weird.
Well, anyway, we sang it,
That's where I remember.
well, it wasn't Unity, it was,
Religious Science,
Miracle Center. I don't know if you
Miracle
remember.
Center.
In Richmond, and there was another place too, close down the road, I forgot now.
Yeah.
But anyway, we used to line people up on one side, line people up on this side, and then one person walked through while they were being.
Oh, an angel wash. Well, yeah, I went through a little alleyway of angels. Yeah.
And Dan was the one who played the guitar, and we sang several songs, and that's where I learned that. But I had forgot a lot of it, but basically those were the words. It seemed like we had to keep the words up.
Yeah. Yeah, that song got around a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And who did you say recorded it?
A group called Alliance.
yeah.
I recorded it in 83 and they recorded it in like 86, 85, 86.
You remember Dan from the Miracles, Sports and Miracles in Richmond? Dr.
What's his last name? Neil?
Yeah, O'Neill, I think it was.
O'Neill.
Daniel O'Neill, yeah, he's the one. He was the musician of that.
Huh?
And Dr. He wrote a book about who gets sick, who doesn't get sick. Vernon Sylvester, Dr. Vernon Sylvester.
Hmm.
But he was head of the circle, and Dan.
Yeah, I might be
Dan played
doing
music,
something
we
with,
all played music.
I might be doing something with Dan's group in a week on Monday night at YouTube on air. So it's a little bit up in the air what's happening that
But I
Monday.
hadn't heard that song in a long time. But we had an initiation once at Unity Church, prayer chaplains.
Yeah.
So I was trying to teach them this. To do this without the guitar, of course.
You know what? I think it's time for another kid's song.
Yay! Gracie, gotta sit still, we have to leave. Gracie, you ready to leave? You want to leave?
I think she's doing pretty well.
Can you sit still?
Yes. So this song is called I Love to Eat My Broccoli. Exactly. Broccoli. You know what broccoli is? You know broccoli, right?
Yeah.
So, good for your eyes.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
So this is how this song works. so this is about different types of food and whether it makes sense to eat them in the morning or at the night. So the first one goes, I love to eat my broccoli in the morning. And then you go, the morning? Everyone do that, the morning. I love to eat my broccoli in the night. The night. No, the night's good. So you go, the night. I love to eat my broccoli when I'm snoring. Snoring! Everybody snore. Everybody snore. But sometimes it doesn't go down right. So let's do pancakes. You ready? I love to eat my pancakes in the morning. The morning. I love to eat my pancakes in the night. The night. I love to eat my pancakes when I'm snoring. Snoring! Everybody snore. But sometimes it doesn't go down right. Let's do pizza. I love to eat my pizza in the morning. The morning. I love to eat my pizza in the night. The night. I love to eat my pizza when I'm snoring. Snoring! Everybody snore. But sometimes it doesn't go down right. Let's do eggs. I love to eat my eggs in the morning. The morning. I love to eat my eggs in the night. The night. I love to eat my eggs when I'm snoring. Snoring! Everybody snore. But sometimes it doesn't go down right. Let's do one more. Let's do ice cream. I love to eat my ice cream in the morning. The morning. I love to eat my ice cream in the night. The night. I love to eat my ice cream when I'm snoring. Snoring! Everybody snore. But sometimes it doesn't go down right. Thank you.
Participatory arguments.
I never know what song I'm going to do next to these concerts. It's just fun to show up and see. So I'm going to do a song called You Find It Here. And it came in kind of a fun way. I was leading a tour group maybe 2.5 years ago, and we were in Florence at the time. We were on a break, so free time, we would go play. I had lunch by myself. I was walking back by the Duomo, the big cathedral in the middle of the old area in Florence. And just as I was walking by, there were a couple of street musicians just setting up to play. And I'd say there's like a couple, maybe, looked like they were maybe 23 years old, a guy and a girl. And he was sitting down on a milk crate with his guitar and just started playing a chord progression, like this repeating 4 chords. And she was standing up with a violin. And they just got started, and it's a progression I played and used in other songs before. And I thought, what if I just like stood in and just decided to be the third voice, just kind of impromptu. I'm just going to like sing whatever comes to mind. And I decided not to do that. But I did, the energy was still there, so I kind of went over against a wall by myself and sang into my phone what I might have, just created there. And it turned out to be a full-length song with all these different parts to it. And it's like, it was beautiful. And when I went to record it, I think maybe I changed 5 words from just like this channeling that just happened in that moment. So I love what this song says. It's called You Find It Here. When you find yourself before the dawn, seeking love in so many ways, though you thought that it was gone, it is here to stay. And you find it here, you find it now, you find it here, you find it now. Sing that with me. You find it here, you find it now, you find it here, you find it now. 'Cause your heart is always in love, in love. Your heart is always in love. We sing that? In love. Your heart is always in love. In love. Your heart is always in love. In love. So you go into the darkness here to clear the way for your soul, and you feel there's so much longer still to go, till you see that you were meant to be the one to know your heart. Then you share it with another. That's how you know, you know, you know. See, that's how I know. That's how I know, I know, I know. That's how I know, I know, I know. That's how I know, I know, I know. I find it here, and I find it here. I find it now. I find it here. I find it now. I find it here. I find it now. I find it here. I find In love, my heart is always in love. In love, my heart is always in love. In love, my heart is always in love. Thank you. What? Scary song? Very scary.
What's scary? What's a scary song? You are a scary song.
The song is called I Thank You. I thank you. It's about thanking God for both of the gifts. For the gifts we receive and the gifts we get to be. And that's, I think it's part of the game. We let it in, but when we give it back out to the world, it completes the circle. So I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. As I go my way through challenges, knowing gentleness of mine, it's your love that always balances, and I feel you close behind. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. Though we seem to be so many, we are really only one. In this knowledge comes our healing. It's a song that must be sung. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. So I listen to your guidance when and where you'd have me be. Then I place myself into your hands, and I do it gratefully. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you give to me. And I thank you, yes I thank you for the love you let me be. And I thank Thank you. Are you going to get some gas?
Come on, so I'll walk home. Come on,
I
goodbye.
think it might be time. Can I say goodbye, Gracie? Bye, Gracie.
Bye, Gracie.
It's been sweet. Bye. Bye-bye. Fun playing with you. Bye-bye.
Say goodnight.
What is the woman's name? Patricia. Hey, Patricia. Hang on at the bottom of the stairs there, okay? Hang on just a second. Oh, would you hold it? Here's a gift for the girl. I hope you enjoy that.
Thank you, Gracie. That is so sweet.
I think she did pretty
She's
well.
gotta be a musician, huh?
Yeah, she's soaking it in. I have to tell you, that reminds me of an interesting experience I had, because, when I was first starting out, little kids running around would drive me crazy. It's like I couldn't focus, and then we had a kid. I was married the first time 30 years ago. And we had a little kid, running around, Rugrat and Jeremy. And I remember, maybe a year into it or so, I was at a concert playing in Mount Shasta, and we were at the break, and some people chatting with people before the second half of the concert, and one woman said, "Wow, it's just so distracting, all the little kids. There's some kids running around at that concert." And I realized, oh, I didn't notice. It had changed. After being a parent of a young kid, it's just different now. That's just daily life. It's nothing unusual. So I didn't really mind her, but I think Patricia was so concerned about us. So, do you guys? I'm going to say. It sounds like an odd verb tense, but do you guys know Richard Levy? Yeah. He was a minister in, his last ministry was in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I've been friends with him and Maureen for 33 plus years. And he passed away actually 3.5 years ago, October. And it was kind of a shock, because he was one of these people who was so healthy, we thought he'd outlive everybody. But bone cancer showed up, and there wasn't much that could be done. And I remember as soon as I found out, I got a ticket the next day and flew from California to Wilmington, and Maureen picked me up at the airport at midnight, and we were driving back to the house to see Richard, and one of his legs was having trouble, and as a result of it, but had a great visit, and I thought I'd see him again, but I didn't. That was the end of May, and he was gone by early October. He kept preaching from the pulpit about, putting on YouTube every Sunday, just about this journey of, here I am, and this is happening, and how do we learn from this and look at it and be real, and it's beautiful, making use of it down to the end. And I remember, maybe a month after I visited with him, I was on tour in Oregon, driving by myself through on a forested highway, and he was on my mind, and I had this phrase come to me: "Here between heaven." And what I was kind of, tuning into was, and we don't really know the infinite, exact truth of it all, but here's a good idea of what might be going on. Like let's say we're in the spirit world, and before we come into this life, so we're heaven or the great beyond, whatever you want to call it, and then we're here for a while in our bodies, and then when it's done, we're kind of back to the spirit world, and back to heaven. So it's like heaven is, you got heaven on the left of us and heaven on the right of us, and like bookends. And our time here is here between heaven. And that kind of puts a different spin on things, doesn't it? There's almost a relief in that, or for me it's almost like it makes it a little bit all more okay. Oh, we came from there, we're going back there, okay. That's not, so, but anyway, so this phrase, here between heaven, really applies to that. And a day or two after you passed, this song came, using that phrase. This is called Here Between Heaven. We come from the beyond and return there again, here for a moment in time, to give all we can, here between heaven, sing that. We're between heaven, between heaven. Is this all just a story we're making up? Are we thoughts on the mind of God? Is this all just a journey to remember to love, no matter what trials may come? I choose to remember to stay awake, no matter the situation, and with every turn may I always make love my initiation. Here between heaven, sing with me. Between heaven, we're between heaven, between heaven. Into darkness life might take me, into places of pain, and it might feel insane. Into light I can go freely, where compassion is known and my heart is my home. Here between heaven, we're between heaven. Is this all just a story we're making up? Are we thoughts in the mind of God? Is this all just a journey to remember to love, no matter what trials may come? I choose to remember to stay awake, no matter the situation, and with every turn may I always make love my initiation. I choose to remember to stay awake, no matter the situation, and with every turn may I always make love my initiation. Here between heaven, we're between heaven, here between heaven, we're between heaven, we come from the beyond and return there again, here for a moment in time, to give all we can, here between heaven. It's interesting that it's almost like I don't even know whether to share this, but a week ago this afternoon I was in the hospital with heart problems. Was that familiar to you? You did the same thing? Tell me. A week ago?
Double bypass.
Oh my.
Before
Valentine's Day, wow.
So yeah, plumbing and electrical.
That's great. You got a heart on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Little boost.
Yeah, and then this morning, I had chest pains, and well, granted, I've been moving a lot of stuff, but I went to the hospital and had MRIs and this and that, and I'm,
Today?
yeah, just now. And, but you have to wait 9 hours to be seen, apparently, in the,
Yeah.
emergency room. But yeah, heart, right?
So a lot of heart stuff in this room. The guys, it's the guys, huh?
Yeah.
So I had a atrial fibrillation. I'd had that 2 other times, once 10 years ago, once 2 years ago. And just feel helpless. It's and they had to, it's called cardioversion. It's a version of putting the paddles to you to stop my heart and reboot it back in its natural rhythm. Because it was the electronics had just gotten out of sync, creating a double heartbeat, and the valves weren't closing right, so blood could be pooling, and that could be a problem after a while. So it's here we are, here between heaven. Yeah. So for as long as the equipment lasts, I'm just grateful to be upstanding, singing, and feeling healthy again. So thank you, God, for the help that's out there. And I had a feeling, in an age group like this, I'm going to mention one thing, and everyone else is going, "Oh, you!" And it's but how about my back? Or how about my so that's kind of reached that age group. You, me, you. Okay. Let's see. I want to play a song. It's called "Sitting Here in Silence." And afterwards, I want to tell you a story about this song. Some songs go through massive evolution, and you can be grateful that they did, because the song was a lot different when it first came to me. Sitting here in silence, talking to God each day. Sitting here in silence, talking to God, I pray. I can call for help anytime, talking to God each day. I can send out help anytime, talking to God, I pray. Sing with me, I can call for help. I can call for help anytime, talking to God each day. I can send out help. I can send out help anytime, talking to God, I pray. Sitting here in beauty. Sitting here in beauty, talking to God each day. Sitting here in beauty, talking to God, I pray. I can call for help. I can call for help anytime, talking to God each day. I can send out help. I can send out help anytime, talking to God, I pray. Sitting here in peace. Sitting here in peace, talking to God each day. Sitting here in peace, talking to God, I pray. I can call for help. I can call for help anytime, talking to God each day. I can send out help anytime, talking to God. I pray. I can call for help. I can call for help anytime, talking to God each day. I can send out help anytime, talking to God. I pray. I pray. I love the prayerful state of that song. The inspiration to that first came standing in a grocery line in where was I? San Diego, when I lived there. And I heard the song in my head. It was standing next to senators talking to the Lord. And so for a while I would perform it, and then I'd call the audience to think, the idea was just to envision different types of people staying in connection with God. You know, imagining senators staying in that connection. And next was always flower girls, standing next to flower girls talking to the Lord. And then eventually I'd say, what else? And you'd call people in the audience, firemen, firefighters, or whatever. So that was the song. It evolved. I think I like it better now. I always knew it was a good song, but it needed help.
I love it the way it is.
Yeah, me too. It's very sweet, very delicate. Hang on, I have to read my notes. Oh yeah, I like that.
Which one is the one you just played on? The latest?
My next latest one. It's on Here Between Heaven. So here between heaven, sitting here in silence, talking to God. I did one earlier, the one I wrote by the Duomo in Florence. It's on here. You Find It Here. It's also on this one. This one we did Letting It Fly. We did Just Speak the Truth. We did You Are Light. And I want to do one called Called by My Vision. Those are my two latest, and now I guess I have to say adult CDs. Sounds lascivious a little bit. Two of my CDs of adult musical entertainment. So the words on here are pretty simple. I love if you add your voice. Called by my vision, called by my destiny, called by my wisdom, called by eternity, at the core of me, as the core of me. That's the whole thing. So it's just kind of a rock knockout chant, I guess. Called by my vision, called by my destiny, called by my wisdom, called by eternity. At the core of me, as the core of me. So the first one is vision. Called by my vision, my destiny. Called by my destiny, called by my wisdom, eternity, called by eternity, at the core of me, as the core, as the core of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the core of me. Yeah, yeah, called by my vision, called by my destiny, called by my wisdom, eternity, called by eternity. At the core of me, as the core of me, yeah, yeah, yeah. As the core of me, yeah, yeah, yeah. As the core of me. As the core of something a little different.
Yeah, it has a seafaring kind of sound to it. A mariner's,
A what sound?
a mariner's, a sort of seafaring.
Oh.
Like John Denver's Calypso.
My music got started really, I kicked it into gear when I was about 8 years old. And my mom used to play ukulele around the living room on a regular basis. And I came home from elementary school, 3rd grade, and at one point I said, "Hey Mom, can you show me how to do that?" Now, we lived in the suburbs of Houston, a little street called Butterfly Lane, and she said, "Sure, I'll teach you." And so she taught me this little 2-chord song, the first thing I learned. And it's, maybe you've heard it, it starts out, "Bullfrog sitting on a lily pad, looking up at the sky." Later it goes, "It ain't gonna rain no more, no more, ain't gonna rain no more." So that was the first song I ever learned. And decades later, I was hanging out with Mom and Dad at the kitchen table. I said, "Hey, where's that old ukulele I learned on?" And we found it, I dusted it off, tuned it back up, just started noodling around on it, licking across the table with my mom. And suddenly this little tune came out. And so I recorded it. I actually took that uke into the studio. So the very first instrument I ever played on. And it turns out it was from the 20s. It was her dad's. And it was I never bothered as a kid to look. I looked around. It turns out it was a Martin ukulele from the 20s. So probably worth a pretty penny. And recorded it. So this little song is called Ukulele. Sitting in the living room on Butterfly Lane, my mom taught me ukulele. We sing that? Sitting in the living room on Butterfly Lane, my mom taught me ukulele. And then she said, "I can teach you how to strum and sing. I can teach you how to strum and sing." And then she said, "You can play anything. You can play anything." Sing it. Sitting in the living room on Butterfly Lane, my mom taught me ukulele. Sitting in the living room on Butterfly Lane, my mom taught me ukulele. And then she sang, and then she sang, and then she sang the first song I ever learned, "Bullfrog sitting on a lily pad." Do that all again. And then she sang, and then she sang the first song I ever learned, "Bullfrog sitting on a lily pad." Sitting in the living room on Butterfly Lane, my mom taught me ukulele. Sitting in the living room on Butterfly Lane, my mom taught me ukulele.
You still have the ukulele?
It's at my dad's house. My mom she's moved on from here between heaven to just heaven. So, yeah, but it's at my dad's. Is my water over here?
You need a water?
Oh, there, I put it over here. I relocated it.
You sing so effortlessly, and this melody is just bubble out of you, just like breeze.
It's true.
And yeah, your voice is just beautiful and
Thank you.
melodious.
Thank you. I'm not a trained singer, I just love singing.
Yeah,
and I think I've kind of trained myself over the years, but I feel like it's not much different than speaking. And I think some other people, when they sing it, their voice sounds different than how they speak, but I think mine just kind of feels like it's an extension of my speaking. That's just a thought that comes to me. So I don't know. How do you feel about what I just said? I don't know. Mess up. Let's see.
What a change from architecture.
It is, but there are similarities, that translate across art forms and ways that I learned to organize myself in architecture that apply to what I'm doing in the studio. And, so it's some parallel thinking. I have no idea what time it is. It's 2:30. Let's see. Usually I do 2 hours and have a break in the middle. We started late. How about we just go through and we don't have to have a break. Would now be a good time to take a love offering? I don't know how does it work here? Can we do that? It's recommended 20, and I appreciate your support, and feel free. Well, it depends on how many you get. So the first one's 18, the next one is 14, the next one's 10, the next one's 6. So I drop them down by stair steps of $4. And I also have a new thing I just started this year, which is I put a bunch of, a lot of people are going digital, so I've got music on thumb drives, and you can get a super deep discount if you want just the MP3s, and all the artwork's on there, all the lyrics, everything. So that's another option. So I like two levels of buy a thumb drive, and like the cheapest one, you can get my 9 latest CDs for $54. That's like $6 a CD. And all the artwork, so you just pop it on your computer, on your phone. That's one option. And that includes the new children's CD. I just added that in. It's new this Sunday. Did you enjoy the joke I told in church this morning? Was that fun? I love it. Did you hear that one? Yeah. About the 2 guys flying in the airplane?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It's always fun to find a joke you can tell in church.
We're a little less formal though, as Unity.
Well, that's good. I assume you'd make the check to Unity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Do you get many, do you have to think about hurricanes here?
Yes.
Yeah. You're a little less, you hit less than Florida, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were okay this year.
Good.
Hurricane Hugo did a one down here at the beach house back in 1989.
89, oh, Hugo. I know Hugo because I was in California like the same month when we had our huge earthquake. And it was like 2 things at once, and FEMA was going nuts, and I always remember the name Hugo. When was it, 89?
September 89.
Yes.
September,
22nd.
yeah, and October 17th, 89 was the earthquake. So bing, bang, boom, got hit on both jaws.
Yeah, kind of like the Rita and Katrina,
Yeah.
2005.
There was a Hurricane Charley one year, like the year of the 5 hurricanes that hit Florida. It's like, what,
Yeah.
10 years ago? Like 5, and I was like, what? Stop it. One of them was spelled just like mine, L-E-Y, too. Yeah, well, thank you for your support and your donations. And it was, a fair chunk of that goes to the church, too, just so you know. So.
Thank you for this wonderful concert.
Yeah.
I'm eager.
The concert that didn't look like it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found myself thinking of this song I wrote in Sicily. The first time I went to this little island in the Mediterranean to play for a retreat there, intensive, and it's interesting how different songs come. In this case, I was in a stone building on the 2nd floor, where the sleeping rooms were, and around 3 in the morning, I started hearing. I was lying in bed, I had a roommate, and twin beds, and suddenly at like 3 in the morning, we heard bang, 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 bang. What's going on? It's like, what the heck? And realized that these old wooden shutters were just banging, like the wind was like blowing, and they were just banging on the stone walls and into the window. And now it's like, whoa! So we kind of secured it so it stopped banging. And a minute later, heard sheets of water just hitting the stone wall next to my bed, like, oh my God! And when you're on a little island in the Mediterranean, there's nowhere to hide. It's there. You know, there's nothing to hide behind. And this huge storm blew through, and but by the time I woke up in the morning, I woke up pretty early, like 6, and opened the shutters, and there were white puffy clouds and the beginnings of blue skies, and everything was soaked wet, but it had moved through. And so I thought, well, I'll go for a walk, and I found my guitar, and this song came. It's called Storms Will Come. Good metaphor. Storms will come, and storms will go. It's not always fun, but then you'll know how to be free and let life prove you only are free when you let things move. Storms will come and storms will go. Just stand in the wind and let things blow. Blow you away and cleanse your soul. You're willing to say what you can't control, and then you fly on the wind, and then you soar into your beginning, and then you sail on the wind, and then you dive into your beginning, into your beginning. Storms will come and storms will go. It's not always fun, but then you'll know how to be free and let life prove you only are free when you let things move. And then you fly on the wind, and then you soar into your beginning, and then you sail on the wind, and then you dive into your beginning, into your beginning, into your beginning, into your beginning. Storms will come.
What town were you in?
It's just off the coast of Trapani, off in Sicily, the northwestern part of Sicily. And it's a little island called Formica, and it's part of the Egadi Islands. And there's Favignana, Formica, Levanzo, and one other, which escapes me right now. Yeah, oh, I forgot the name of the other island.
There's Sardinia? I mean,
No, that's Sardinia's a lot farther north. It's north of Sicily. Like,
oh, okay.
yeah, this is on the, like Sicily's kind of like the shape-ish, and so Sicilia's up here. These are little islands over, teeny tiny islands. Yes. Levanzo Marittimo is the other island, in case there's a quiz.
Well, you must speak fluent Italian by now.
I do okay. I I can speak functional Italian. Posso parlare italiano funzionalmente. Funzionalmente. I don't know that word, but yeah, I get around okay. I loved learning Spanish as a kid. It was a great foundation for adding in Italian. So I just have the love of language anyway. So it's just part of what came with my equipment. I was thinking of this song. Send a message to yourself. Hold it closely in your heart. Let it have a special perfume that reminds you who you are. Let it speak to you of angels and the angel that is you. Let it fold you in a loving deeper than you ever knew. Let it fold you in a loving greater than you ever knew. So sing this part with me. I always know the divine speaks through this love. I always know the divine. I always know the divine speaks through this love. I always know the divine speaks through this love. I always know the divine, the divine. Send a message to yourself. Hold it closely with your heart. Let it have a special perfume that reminds you who you are. Let it speak to you of angels and the angel that is you. Let it fold you in a loving deeper than you ever knew. Let it fold you in a loving greater than you ever knew. I always know the divine. I always know the divine speaks through this love. I always know the divine speaks through this love. I always know the divine speaks through this love. I always know the divine, the divine, the divine, the divine. Send a message to yourself. Pitter patter, blue man. I have to check something real quick, excuse me. I'm watching you right now. Hi, honey. sweet. Did you, well,
Is it live?
text me, did you see, did you see, the song before this one I sang, Storms Will Come. Did you catch that one? Text me. Let's see what happens.
We can FaceTime.
Streaming live.
Lesta has it on FaceTime Live. Streaming. See if I get a text. So, or maybe she didn't just see me ask the question. It's kind of like FaceTiming. And the answer is? No, just started. Sorry. It was great. You would have loved it. What'd she say? I saw you. We met at a Unity church, she and I. In 1988. Finally got our stuff together and reconnected about 2.5 years ago. Sailing into nothing, sailing into space, sailing into everything I face, sailing into my destiny, where my future meets my past, knowing that the soul of me will last to the last. Sailing into nothing, into nothing, sailing into space, into space, sailing into everything I face, into everything I face. Do that. Into my destiny, where my future meets my past, knowing that the soul of me will last to the last, sailing. I'm sailing. I'm sailing. I'm sailing. I'm sailing sailing. Let's see if I got any applause from the home front. Hey, sweetie. It keeps it interesting not knowing what song is next. For me too, I mean. There's no way he would know, but I could have. I think we have time for about 3 more. So, here come the big guns. This one is called Golden Essence. And, okay. And she says, I saw you, wave, wave, wave. So I got some hand emojis. So I had just finished up singing for an intensive in Australia. And I remember at the very end, I was participating in it too, and I was sitting like this with my eyes closed, just kind of hands out. And just, I feel like I've been really moved, energetically, and I could feel this kind of glowing energy in the palms of my hands, just like, oh, it's interesting. And I kind of opened my eyes slowly and just felt kind of this substance of love in the air, just this thickness of that presence. And a few minutes later, I got my guitar out and this song came. It's called Golden Essence. I feel a golden essence in my hands. It's flowing all around me when I move. And though I do not really understand, I don't need to, I don't need to. I feel a loving substance everywhere, joining me in everything I do. And though I do not know how it got there, I don't need to, I don't need to. I relax into this peace I find, going far beyond my mind. I reach into that emptiness, where who I truly am is blessed. I peel away the shackles I have worn, to live the life I know is really true. And in this choice my world is now reborn. Because I need to, because I have to, because I must. Because I need to, because I have to, because I must. I feel a golden essence in my hands. It's flowing all around me when I move. And though I do not really understand, I don't need to, I don't need to. I relax into this peace I find, going far beyond my mind. I reach into that emptiness, where who I truly am is blessed. I peel away the shackles I have worn, to live the life I know is really true. And in this choice my world is now reborn. Because I need to, because I have to, because I must. Because I need to, because I have to, because I must. Thank you. I'll do two more songs. This next one I wrote also on that little island off the coast of Sicily, and it's a 4-acre island with history that goes way back. You know, the buildings that we were staying in was probably around 1200, 1300 AD. The chapel that I wrote this in was from 250 AD. Now this little 4-acre island in the Mediterranean, just a lot of history. And I was kind of taken with, you know, you can't help but see all the nature around you. You know, the sun, the wind, the water, this little rock of earth poking out of the Mediterranean. And I was feeling God's presence in all of that when this song came. So they're like kind of the I am in everything. So this is called I Am the Wind. I am the wind, I am the sun, I am the water, I am the earth, resting beneath Come lay your head, lean it on me, just let me hold you. You can relax, knowing I'm with you. So sing with me. I am the wind, the sun. I am the wind, I am the sun, the water. I am the water, the earth. I am the earth, resting beneath you. Sing me your song, I'd like to hear. Tell me your story. You're not alone in this journey. I'm the wind, the sun. I am the wind, I am the sun, I am the water, I am the earth, resting beneath you. Come lay your head, lean it on me, just let me hold you. You can relax, knowing I'm with you. I am the wind, I am the wind, I am the sun, I am the water, I am the earth, resting beneath you. Sing me your song, I'd like to hear. Tell me your story. You're not alone in this journey. I am the wind, I am the wind, I am the sun, I am the water, I am the earth, resting beneath you. I am the wind, I am the wind, I am the sun, I am the water, I am the earth, resting beneath you. Beneath you. So let's finish it up with one more. This one is called Wave After Wave. And I wrote it sitting on a cliff in Hawaii. I was at a week-long retreat there in a very kind of remote part of the big island, very jungly. And just sitting there, and this cliff is essentially just, it's made of lava, a little bit of grass on top, but eons of lava stacked up. And as I was watching, wave after wave after wave, coming in, I realized it was slowly wearing this wall away, this rock lava wall. And it seemed like a great metaphor how life polishes us wave after wave, doesn't it? Wave after wave after wave after wave after wave is breaking down the wall. Sing that with me. Wave after wave after wave after wave after wave is breaking down the wall. I'm lost in useless patterns that seem so comfortable, and things that used to work are now unbearable. Wave after wave after wave after wave after wave is breaking down the wall. Wave after wave after wave after wave is breaking down the wall. Your love is like a garden that you keep offering. You wrap me in that fragrance and I keep opening. Wave after wave after wave after wave after. I'm letting down the wall. Oh, wave after wave after wave after wave after wave. I'm letting down the wall. I'm lost in useless patterns that seem so comfortable, and things that used to work are now unbearable. Wave after wave after wave after wave after wave, I'm letting down the wall. 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 Thank you. Bye, Heidi. See you later.